Hi guys, and welcome to your daily tarot reading for Thursday the 30th of June 2022. Thanks for joining me. I'm going to use the Golden Girls tarot cards for today's reading. Let's see what these cards have to say about Thursday and what energy you'll be working with. So I'm just going to shuffle these a few times. And while I do, guys, I've been doing quite a few live tarot readings here on YouTube. If you want to be notified, make sure you're subscribed to the channel and then also click on the notification bell that's next to the subscribe button so that when I do come on live, that you'll be notified. So if you want to join me and have me pull a card just to briefly answer one of your questions, and make sure that you click on that bell. Okay, so for today, first card, we've got the Four of Pentacles. Okay, so that's about letting go. Next, we've got the Nine of Pentacles. Okay, and then the Hierophant in reverse. Oh, wow. Okay, so this is talking about your practical circumstances, your work, your career, the way you create an income for yourself. The Four of Pentacles is usually the miser. He hangs on too tightly and he tries to protect his wealth. And the problem with that is because he's so focused on maintaining what is, he misses out on opportunities for something new to come in. And the Nine of Pentacles, this is a woman who is very happy and she's prosperous and abundant, and usually the Nine of Pentacles depicts a woman who is surrounded by grapes and pentacles and great wealth. So it's someone who works very hard and gets themselves to a position to abundance and prosperity, and she's really thrived as a result of the work that she's doing. So these two cards are saying that any situation where you're working very hard but you're not particularly delighted or you don't feel like you're getting much out of it, it's important to look at that and to say, really, is this the only option that I've got? Because the cards are kind of promising here that there are ways for you to work and to use your talents in a way that's actually enjoyable. Smile? No smile. She's trying to hang on to everything that is, and she's sitting on a suitcase and it's just like, this thing weighs a lot and it's dragging me down and I feel like I'm burdened. She's having a glass of champagne, she's sitting out on the lanai, and she's having the best time ever. So these two cards are saying the difference between a job that you feel obligated to do, that you don't enjoy, that's going to feel very heavy, and it's also not going to provide you with very much. But ironically, and this is the way it usually works in life, happy people get happier, people enjoy great freedom and are super liberated in their own daily lives, usually experience more of that. And that's because there's a spiritual law at work there. If you focus on something, it grows and it gets bigger and it expands. So if you're dissatisfied and you're just trying to maintain things, then you're always going to have some sort of mediocre outcome that's very similar to the way you feel. But if you make the change to say, this is something that allows me to really just jump for joy and I'm thrilled, then that feeling in itself manifests circumstances which are even better. So the Pentacles cards are in the element of earth, so you do have some control over this. It doesn't mean quit your job because you don't like it and then experience financial hardship, but it means become aware of how you actually feel about your situation. Could you have a life that's freer and where you have more options? And if the answer is yes, the Nine of Pentacles then kind of guarantees that you have skills and talents and things that fill you with joy. And usually the case is that it's something that you're already doing in your everyday life and that you're doing it free of charge. If you look at how you can turn that into a career, something that you can work on, then you get yourself into this position where your everyday experience just seems much freer and more enjoyable. So these two are focused on the ultimate outcome of each situation. So making that change can be difficult, but it's worth making that change and it's worth facing those challenges because we all want to be in this situation rather than in this one. And then finally, the Hierophant in reverse, when it's this way around, it means there's some sort of institution that controls you and you need it. So Sophia's the Pope here. She's doing the symbol for peace and everything. So the theory is that if you want to get to God, you've got to go through Sophia because she will bless you and she will open the door and then you can connect. The reality is that we can all connect to our higher selves, to the universe. We don't need a middleman. And the card is in reverse. So what that allows you to do today is to see how you can free yourself of a situation that no longer serves you, that makes you unhappy. And you're no longer bound by these usual ideas that say, hey, actually, no, don't even think about other options. You're stuck here. There is no other way to live. There is no other way to create an income. And that kind of falls away, and you realize that there isn't anything blocking you from your happiness. And if you intend, and it's just about becoming willing, if you become willing to consider other options, then something is going to come in via your intuition, because the Hierophant is about religion, right? And religion ultimately is about a connection to something bigger and having a personal experience of the universe. And because all the rules and all the structures of some sort of belief system fall away here with the Hierophant being in reverse, you're able to tap into that feeling of, I have a connection with my higher self. And, you know, just those terms I use, the higher self, source, the universe, God, a higher power, it's all the same thing. It's that sense of love and peace that you get when you connect with something invisible, something that exists within yourself and outside of yourself that is bigger than you. For a lot of people, when I first got into recovery, I wasn't particularly spiritual. And someone once said to me, Greg, how do you feel about the concept of a higher power? And I was like, well, I'm not sure and everything. And they said, well, an easy way to kind of realize, or an easy way to comprehend it is, imagine yourself standing at the beach, at the seaside, and the ocean is in front of you. The ocean is so much bigger than you. It's infinite. You have absolutely no control over it, and it exists. It does. It exists independently of you. And that's the same thing with a higher power, with something bigger. It's something that's alive. It's something that takes an interest in your experience on this planet. And the key is to get rid of all the blocks that, I don't know, you may have been bombarded with in your upbringing, and to say, I'm just willing to have a relationship with this. Let's see if there is something out there. Maybe there isn't, maybe there is, but I'm going to see if I feel anything, if I get any messages, if I get some sort of sense here. And again, it's that willingness that is more than enough, because the universe then meets you halfway and it extends a hand to you and you start to feel it. And by doing that, you have that experience and you feel whole and you feel complete. And that then also drops all the rules when it comes to your physical life, your work, your career, your circumstances. And it says, do you know what? I am not just this house. If I live in Louisiana in a mansion, I could also live in a little flat in London. It's incidental. I am not my circumstances. I'm not my money. I'm not my location, my body, any of that. The key thing is to realize the strength within me that's invisible as such, and that then spills over into the physical world, particularly if you're feeling good and you're able to move into this direction and you're able to walk away from this situation. So it helps you to let go and to relinquish control. Something opens up and you'll start to have ideas and even practical guidance, because this is Pentacles Earth, that says, hey, why don't you try this? You may have a better time. So this is a fabulous opportunity for anyone who's not in a situation where they feel free, or if you're in a job that you no longer like, or you've outgrown it, or you've had a real interest in something for a long time, but you can't imagine how that would pay your bills. Look at that again today, connect with your higher self, and you'll get some concrete answers. Number-wise, we've got 9 and 4 is 13. And 5 is 18. 5 and 9 is 14, and another 4 is 18. 1 and 8 is 9, and 9 in numerology is spirituality and completion. So you're able to finish off a cycle in your life that no longer serves you by connecting with spirit, and that's then going to begin a new cycle or open up a door for something better to come in. So basically you can upgrade your physical circumstances simply by taking a moment and having a kind of word with yourself. Yeah, have a word with yourself. It's a good idea today. All right, so I hope that gives you an idea of what you'll be working with. If you would like a personal reading with me, please get in touch via my website. It's gregoryscott.com. And when you get to the front page, scroll down a little bit. There's a button that says book your reading. Click on that to order your reading with me. And I use the tarot, astrology, and numerology in my personal readings. I combine all of them to give you some answers. So if you're not quite certain about your ideal working situation, or if you're trying to discover some sort of spiritual practice and you want to see which one works for you and which one doesn't, whether it's yoga or chanting or meditation or TM or whatever it may be, if you have questions about relationship or moving or wealth or prosperity or anything at all, please do get in touch with me for a personal reading. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, please hit subscribe, share the video online, and then again, click that bell to be notified of the lives. And also, I'm on TikTok as well. I'm doing lives on there and I'm speaking to other people, which is it's quite entertaining. So if you want to follow me on there, it's at Real Gregory Scott. Come join me over there. Have a wonderful day and I'll speak to you tomorrow.